Guys, today we are wrapping up a very interesting year of Jordan 1 releases with 2022's final pair. And out of the 14 other pairs of Jordan 1 highs that we've seen drop this year, this one's pretty different. So let's check it out. Now, there's really nothing different about the unboxing experience. We've got an all-over red box with the black Nike branding all over it. So let's pop off the top and take a look at today's pair of Jordan 1 highs. It's the Twist 2.0. Here we have them, guys. Take a look. This is the Jordan 1 Twist 2.0, a very accurate but I guess kind of lazy name for these things. These are actually a follow-up or a part 2 of the original Jordan 1 Twist that we saw from 2019. And that 2019 pair also dropped during the holiday season. And the biggest difference between the two is the fact that this is less of a panda colorway and more of a gray color. Seems pretty bizarre because out of all of the changes you could have made to the second version of the Twist sneaker, you would think they would probably opt to keep with the panda colorway. I mean, just seeing how popular black and white sneakers have been here in 2022, it seems a little bit risky to change that specific color scheme on this pair of sneakers. Either way, let me give you a quick rundown on the release of these things. They drop on the 22nd of December here in the UK and the EU. However, out in the US, you guys are getting these things on December the 23rd. And if you're wondering about the retail price, it is set at £165 here in the UK and $180 out in the US. Okay, so my first question for this pair of sneakers was, why are we getting a second version only 3 years later from the original? Kind of thought to myself, do we really need a second version? But then I saw the resale price of that original Twist Jordan 1 and I was like, okay, I can kind of understand why. But then the question becomes, are these good enough to compare to the original? If you're someone who wanted to buy that original Jordan 1 high Twist, but you didn't want to pay that ridiculously high resale price, is this a pair that is good enough for you to consider picking up? Today's video is sponsored by Represent, so I decided to put together a gift guide. Whether it's a last-minute Christmas gift, special occasion, or hell, just something for yourself, Represent has some really dope stuff. It's pretty cold out right now, so Represent's fleece gloves are a perfect gift option. Not only will they keep you warm, but they also complete so many winter outfits. Speaking of keeping you warm, this Owners Club wool scarf is perfect for just that. Or take it a step further with the luxury Owners Club wool blanket to wrap up in. Now, my next picks are timeless, perfect for year-round gifting. Like these initial sunglasses, they've got this brown tint which I think just looks so unique. Their new quilted sling bags are one of my absolute favorites. Getting this as a gift would be insane. And something absolutely perfect for a home accessory would be the Represent Owners Club basketball. This looks dope on display. Everything is live on the website right now. Be sure to use my link in the description. And once again, a huge thank you to Represent for sponsoring today's video, but let's get back to it. Well, if the black and white color blocking was something that you were after, obviously not, because they changed all of the leather panels on this pair of sneakers to gray. And that gray leather is found on the toe box, the medial and lateral, and up around the ankle area. And the leather itself is nothing special either. It feels kind of plasticky, a lot more stiff than we've seen on other Jordan 1 sneakers. Not that Jordan 1s are known for their incredible leather quality. The leather on this pair definitely falls in a similar category to some of those worse leather quality Jordan 1 sneakers that we've seen. Now, the black panels that you get on here is really where they keep it identical to the original pair. It is covered in pony hair. That's right, it is furry, it is hairy, you can definitely feel it, and even in some places you can see that hair kind of spilling over the edges. That black pony hair material is found around the mudguard, up around the eye stays, the Nike swoosh, and around towards the back of the sneaker. It's really the standout feature for this pair of Jordan 1s. Now, for me personally, pony hair on a pair of Jordan 1s is kind of like patent leather. It definitely makes the sneaker look look a lot more extra than it would with just regular leather. In my opinion, similar to how I view patent leather on a pair of Jordan 1s, there could be a time and a place where it does look dope, but at the same time, if I had to choose these things out of a lineup, I'm gonna be going regular leather every time. So my general thoughts about pony hair is that it's gonna be a lot less wearable than your regular leather Jordan 1s. And that kind of goes without saying, but I gotta say the saving factor for this pair of sneakers is definitely the color blocking. Because this sneaker is literally black and gray, that pony hair falls into the background once you have these things on foot. And in fact, from a distance, these things kind of don't even look like it's pony hair. It just looks like a regular Jordan 1. Then they decided to chuck on a solid metal Jordan Wings logo at the top of the sneaker. Now, seeing these things for the first time and seeing all of the images leading up to the release of these things, I wasn't the biggest fan of that metal Jordan Wings logo. However, I gotta say I'm kind of warming up to it. Like, I don't think it's the worst thing that they could have added to this sneaker. Like, I'd probably take the metal Jordan Wings logo over the plastic version that we saw on the Co.JP Jordan 1 pack. Now, the last and final change up for the Jordan 1 Twist 2.0 in comparison to the originals is the tongue. This tongue comes in all over black, whereas the originals came in all over white, and obviously the material is just a padded nylon. Now, I'm not entirely sure if you get extra laces with the original pair of Jordan 1 Twist, but on the 2.0s you don't. You only get this black color, at least it matches the tongue. Honestly, I think if you put these in a lineup with all of the other Jordan 1 highs that we've seen this year, I don't think these are the worst. But at the same time, it doesn't seem like Jordan Brand put too much effort into this pair of sneakers. From the storytelling, there's no extra laces, there's no special packaging. It really just seems like a Jordan 1 that they decided to throw out there. Especially considering that there's a lot of Jordan 1s that have dropped this year that have had really good storytelling. Some of them have had really dope special packaging and extra laces and hang tags, but this one is pretty bare bones. It's a solid color blocking. The gray goes nicely with the black, kind of gives it shadow vibes, and then that white midsole really brightens things up and really just make these things look pretty dope on foot. The main issue that these things are going to run into is just the slowing demand for Jordan 1s in general. They're certainly not as hyped as they used to be. Not every single colorway sells out anymore like it did last year or the year before that. With that slowing demand comes a lot more options when it comes to someone looking to purchase a pair of Jordan 1s. Here in 2022, you don't really have to settle. There's a lot of great colorways of the Jordan 1 model for a somewhat reasonable price. When it comes to these, I think it's going to be very interesting to see the release of these things and what people think of them in general, so let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. In terms of how these feel on foot, just keep in mind that this is a woman's release, so they will only come in women's sizing, so they won't have any extended sizes. But as any Jordan 1, I personally go true to size, so that's what I'm going to recommend to you. Hey guys, that is the Jordan 1 medium gray or Twist 2.0. Again, let me know your thoughts on these things down in the comment section. Do you like them? Is it too much for you to rock? Let me know down there. But that pretty much wraps it up for today's video. Thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another one. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one. But until then.